Big question, guys. Can you actually study in a country overseas without actually taking the IELTS or the TOEFL? Basically, without actually taking an English language test, right? Can you actually go ahead and study in countries like the US, Canada, Australia? We're gonna talk about that. Okay, now as we all know, these are English speaking countries, and of course, you are required to know a little bit of English at least to be able to study in these countries because otherwise, it wouldn't make sense. You wouldn't be able to understand what's going on, right? Well, partially. In most cases, you can actually study without actually taking these tests as well. Yes, even if you may not be qualifying for most programs out there, but let's say that you're a student who's just not able to make it to the country of their choice simply because these tests are actually holding you back and you're just not able to make it. There's nothing you can do that will actually help you go overseas now at this point in time. Let's say you want to study mechanical engineering and you're just not able to get into those programs simply because of your IELTS or TOEFL score. Well, in that case, you can actually take a look at the three alternatives I'm going to be telling you about in this video. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more such content, as we put a lot of work into it, and of course that will help me make more such content for you guys. So the short answer is yes, like I said. Now let's actually go on to the exact ways. Point number one, you can go on for a pathway program. Now, what are pathway programs and why are those important over here? See, pathway programs are generally programs that help you get into the degree that you want, right? You can basically study that, but in most cases, you are not qualifying for studying in that program. So how do you qualify for it? Or how do you actually go for it even though you don't meet the minimum requirements? Well, you enter a pathway program. And in a lot of cases, this pathway program can just mean that, you are going to be studying English as a language, as a second language, of course, along with your degree. But pathway programs are also generally called that, look, if you're not qualifying the criteria, you can still go for the program. Now, it doesn't always have to be because of your English, right? It could just be that, okay, you don't have enough knowledge of mechanical engineering. So what they'll do is they'll put you into a diploma for mechanical engineering, and along with that, what you'll be doing is after you finish off with the diploma, you can go for the degree. Similarly, if you are someone who's struggling with English, who's struggling with the IELTS or TOEFL, they will put you into the degree, right? And they will give you an English language subject along with that degree, right? Now, this always doesn't have to be the same way. In a lot of cases, what happens is they tell you, look, you have to study English for the first year, and from the second year onwards, you will be studying your degree. That is mechanical engineering in this case, for example. In a lot of other cases, what they'll tell you is, look, side by side, you can study English, and of course, along with that, you will be studying mechanical as well. You'll be able to take both the courses simultaneously. That depends on the program you're going for, the university, the college, all of those rules that they are offering, right? All of that depends on all of these factors, like I said. And of course, in general, if you're not able to make it and you're, you've just lost hope and you're just not sure if you can actually make it to even any country overseas, right, because of the TOEFL or IELTS score, well, this is a great way to move forward in that case. But hold on, there's actually two other great ways that I'm going to be telling you about. The second one is an English as a second language program. Let's say that you want to focus on your English. You feel that, okay, I feel the need to improve my English, and because of that, I would be able to later on take on any degree of my choice. And first off, I just want to focus on my English. In that case, you can go for an English as a second language program. That's an ESL program, also called ESOL sometimes, but mostly ESL programs. These are the ones you can go for in that case. So basically, you go to the country of your choice, but you go simply to study English. And later on, once you've studied English, right, you can then shift to a different program. You can apply to universities from there, and you can basically go ahead and go to any university of your choice. The final point number 3, is something that I really, really like. And most students, while they may not be comfortable with points 1 and 2, point 3 is something that they would be comfortable with, even if they're scoring low on the IELTS or the TOEFL. And these are the IELTS and TOEFL waiver programs. Universities which waive off these tests, they say, look, we don't require it for the most part, don't worry about it, and just apply. I actually have a couple of such universities that I want to share with you guys, and for that we are going to go on to the YMGrad.com website. We'll then go on to article section, and then I'm going to just type in waive. Okay, so we've done a couple of blogs on universities waiving this, that. So I just search for that, and of course from here we can see the waiving programs, right? So over here, the first one you will see universities waiving the GRE and TOEFL both for 2022. Very important one, right? This doesn't just mean TOEFL, it also means that IELTS is also waived, by the way. You don't have to take an English language test, right? And we actually go ahead and we see, okay, Babson College was doing that for 2022. And of course, we're going to update this blog for 2023. Of course, it's upcoming, as we understand that, we're coming close to spring 2023 and fall 2023. It's going to be updated. But for now, for 2022, these are the colleges, okay? Babson College, one of the best in entrepreneurship, right? There's University of Colorado Boulder, one of the best universities again, and they've said that TOEFL or IELTS is not required if you're from, of course, India and all of these other countries as well. And you can actually learn more and go into the official website and verify this. We've actually added the official website links, all of the research that's been done by our team. That's actually something you can directly use and verify for your particular case. Okay, let's also take a look at the University of New Brunswick, which again is also waiving off the IELTS or TOEFL scores. And again, it depends on, some factors. They may have been some conditions, but again, the most important part we have mentioned over here. Instead of the IELTS or TOEFL scores, applicants who studied English for at least 3 years in secondary or high school can show one of the following. Okay, so in that case, if you have, let's say if you're from India and you have CBSE and CSE, year 12 English with minimum 75% score, you don't really need an English score in that case. So there can be conditional offers as well. Look, we'll waive it off if you've done 75% in English in your high school, right? Similar things may apply for master's degrees as well, of course, but yeah, you get the point, right? And finally, there's two more. University of California, Santa Cruz, of course, and they've also waived off the English language test right over here. For fall 22 it was, but for future terms, of course, we'll be updating it, right? Let's move on to the final one, University of Texas at Austin. They're also waiving off the IELTS and TOEFL for international applicants. You can actually click on this to verify this from the official website, and these are the countries which qualify for that. Hopefully I've given you some valuable information over here. Make sure to sign up on YMGrad.com, so whenever we update this blog for 2023, you will get the update as quickly as possible. And of course, I will be here to update you as well if you've subscribed to the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one, and all the best for your journey.